Welcome once again back to the lab. It is your old Professor Pilk, and of course we need to talk about the incoming Sceptile raid. He is a Dragon Terra. Let's just basically jump into it. So, if we go over to Bulbapedia here, big shout out to Bulbapedia. I always use them. They're like, my opinion, they're the best resource for all these types of things. We need to talk about what Sceptile is going to do and the strategy I think you're going to need to partake here. Now, number one, let's look at stats. He has like really poor HP. His physical defense is even lower. Special defense is up there. Special defense and physical attack are about on the same level. Bear that in mind. Special attack is really high, and his speed is through the roof. You're not beating this mon unless you drop Trick Room is the reality here. That's about it. Now, obviously being Dragon Terra, that means he's only going to be weak to Fairy, Dragon, or Ice moves. So you really want to start thinking about that. Now, he does have a decent number of Dragon moves up to and including Dragon Claw and a few other things. But he also has access to Dragon Cheer, which will increase his critical hit ratio. That's not going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully that's not a thing. But if it is, I think this is going to be a nightmare. As well as Dragon Dance for some of the buffing. So, there are some good Dragon moves out there. And then that would make Dragon Claw pretty deadly if you bring like Miraidon, Koraidon, or any of the Dragon units here to this. It is a distinct possibility. Little spoiler here. We'll kind of get back to that here in a moment. Now, there's some bug and grass moves, but I really kind of think either Energy Ball being a special move or maybe even Mega Drain will probably be his main DPS. I think that's going to kind of be his go-to. Because I'll be real with you, just about everything else he learns is a physical move. Notice how many physical moves there are. And he's not that strong physically. He's 85, but, there's a lot of units that hit way harder than he does that we've dealt with before. So I really think that, Focus Blast could be a thing, but I kind of highly doubt it. Most everything else is pretty much special. Oh, he does have Dragon Pulse too, I'm sorry. He does have Dragon Pulse, that's a special Dragon move. So I pretty much can guarantee that Dragon Pulse is going to be his Dragon move. So Dragon Pulse, probably Energy Ball, maybe Giga Drain, but you're going to have those two as really, really good, hard-hitting special moves. So really bringing a Dragon type is not really going to be the best way to handle this. Now, Ice types, he has Earthquake. So Ice is a no-no. And he's going to have Earthquake. Earthquake is going to take those Ice units apart. So Dragon's not a good option. Ice is a terrible option. What do you want to do? Well, Fairy is the only other thing that's super effective. And let's see if there's anything here that knocks out Fairy. That really is just Poison and Steel. So I will tell you right now, I looked this up and down. I searched it. I double-checked it. I don't believe there are any Steel moves. Even if we go down here to Egg moves, there aren't really any Steel moves or Poison moves to contend with. So I think Fairy's going to be your best thing. If you've got a Fairy that's fairly physically defensive, that can dish out some major physical damage, really I'm just talking about Tinkaton. I think Tinkaton's going to be your go-to on this one. I think she's going to be, if not the best of the best, one of the really, really good ones up there. So a physical Fairy is going to be a really strong thing. Now, here's the big kicker. There's always a gimmick with these, and I think I know what the gimmick's going to be, and it is going to be mega annoying. Not to be confused with Mega Evolutions, which Sceptile has, but we're not. We obviously don't have in this gen. So the annoying thing here is his ability, Unburden. And that essentially means that if he either uses a held item or a held item is stolen, his speed gets even higher. His speed basically doubles, which is going to make him impossible to beat without Trick Room. So, what am I kind of getting here with this? Well, if we go down back to the moves, and the astute among you pretty much already know what I'm going to talk about here. If we go a little further down here, here we go. If you remember back, harken back to Mewtwo, Mewtwo used this strategy right here. Mewtwo used Rest at a set interval. Basically, as soon as his barrier went down, he would use Rest. But he also had a berry so that as soon as he rested, he ate the berry and returned back into the fight with full health. That was one turn instead of 2 or 3 turns. We will most likely see the return of that strategy. Not only that, but as soon as he eats that berry, he's going to get a major speed buff. And you're going to basically, at that point, either need to be able to get past any of the major hits. If he does have Dragon Shear with those critical hits, it's going to be, just so terrible. But, and I do emphasize but here, this is not insurmountable. I'll be real. It's scary, but it's not insurmountable. So a good physical fairy with Trick Room, I think, is going to be the best option here. But that's just what I'm foreseeing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys like, comment. Make sure you guys subscribe, because really, we got about literally less than 10% of the people watching these videos are subscribed, and we are trying to build this channel. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Help support us. I'll be back with more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and of course, on Friday morning, I will bring you guys the solo run as well that I came up with. So, see you guys then.